Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. On this channel, we explore practical solar PV design techniques using industry-leading software such as PVsyst, PVsource, SketchUp, and other engineering tools. In today's tutorial, I will show you how to include a map location view in PVsyst and how accurate site location is critical for professional solar PV system design. By the end of this video, you will be able to add and verify project coordinates, visualize your project's location, and ensure that the correct data is being used for simulations. If you are a solar engineer, designer, or student looking to improve your PVC skills, make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss future tutorials. Let's dive in. So now I've opened the PVsyst software, and this is an existing project that I'm coming to work on. Okay, so before you can import a ground location for your project, you have to specify your project's name. You have to give it a location of the project. You have to specify the orientation and the system as well. You have to also specify the detailed losses that your project will incur. Okay, so after everything is done, then we'll come to near shading. So this is where we will define the 3D scene of our project, right? So you click on it, then you go to construction or perspective. Okay, so this is the 3D environment of the PVC software. This is where we specify our map location, add our panels to our roof, and do other simulations as well. So for today, we are going to explore how we will add a map view or a map scene to our projects so that we can easily place our panels on the roof of the building that we are working with. So in order to add a map view, you go to File, then you go to Import. So in PVsyst, you have two options of adding map view into your project. We have import a ground image, that is you importing the ground image of your location or your site to PVsyst, or you are going to use the satellite data that we have with PVsyst. So today we'll explore the two scenarios and see how we can work with. Okay, so for this instance, we will start with import a ground image. So when you click on import a ground image, you would have to add an image of your location or your building that you want to work with. So right now, this is the image of the location that we want to work with. So you go to the folder that has the image, then you click on it, then you go to open. Okay, so if you open it, this is the location of our project site, right? Okay, now with the importing of picture of your location, after you have imported a picture, you have to scale it so that PVsyst will know the exact measurements on the ground. And to do this, you have to go back to Google Earth and measure the distance of the building, right? So you go and take the ruler, then you start measuring so that we know the exact distance or exact measurement on the ground. So this is 11.7, 10.72, right? So we go back to PVsyst. Now we have to specify point X and Y so that we can know the exact distance on the ground. So for this building, we'll specify point X. This is X1 and this is X2, right? And when you come to this side, you see distance X1 minus X2. That's where we are going to specify the distance. So the distance was 10.72. So you type in 10.72, then you click on apply. Okay, so now PVsyst has scaled our picture to the exact measurement on the ground. So after that, you can add your panels and other simulations to the building. So this is scenario 1. We'll go back to scenario 2. If you want to use the PVsyst ground data, you go back to File again, then you go to Import and download a satellite ground image. So with this one, the main problem that you will have with this is that with the ground image, using the PVsyst ground image is not updated, so you might not find the building that you are going to work with, right? At times there might be some development that cannot be traced in the PVsyst ground data, right? So as you can see here, we do not have the building that we're working with here. You get it? So that is another problem with this. So if you select the location, then you go and click on OK. Yes, and with this, you do not have to you do not have to scale your picture because it's already in the software, and then the software know the exact measurements on the ground. So this is how is the simplest of all, right? It's the simplest, but importing image is more helpful than this because at times you will not find the exact location that or the exact building that you are working with. So this is the end of the tutorial. I hope you learned a lot.